In the middle of a burning summer night, the silence of Guantanamo Bay cruelty was broken. This is the story of 39 Cuban refugees whose desperation drove them to a daring and dangerous escape. The facility was first used as a refugee camp in the 1990s, when many Haitian and Cuban refugees fleeing political unrest or persecution were caught at the sea and brought to Guantanamo. Inside the Guantanamo Bay refugee camp, hope and despair were tangled together. For the Cuban refugees, the fences were not just a physical barrier, but a symbol of their fears, and repatriation was a looming threat. Guantanamo Bay Prison is known for human rights controversies. Initially, it was supposed to be a temporary holding space, but the camp often became a place of indefinite detainment.
We felt like prisoners. Every day was a struggle with the uncertainty of our future. We couldn't go back, but we couldn't stay either.
Tensions were running high because 64 Cubans had already been sent back, and others feared they might be next. The recent ruling by the U.S. 11th Circuit Court of Appeals only made their situation worse. The refugees' story exposed the harsh realities of the conditions inside Guantanamo Bay's camps. Many refugees trapped in makeshift camps faced uncertain futures, fearing repatriation to the regimes they escaped. In the dark of night, word spread about an escape plan. The refugees decided to use cots as battering rams to smash through the fences that held them captive. It was a plan born from their dire need for freedom.
We had no choice. We used what we had. The cots were our only tools, and the darkness was our ally.
Guantanamo Bay thus stands at the intersection of global security concerns and complex humanitarian crises, symbolizing both the pursuit of national security and the ongoing struggles of displaced people seeking refuge. Despite attempts to close it, the prison remains open. As the fence broke apart from the force of the cots, the refugees rushed through the opening and seized their moment. Of the 85 who escaped the camp, only 39 succeeded. The remaining 46 were captured and sent back. Word of the daring escape spread quickly. News outlets and human rights organizations soon caught wind of the event. They ran toward the cliff, driven by fear and hope, but their journey was far from over.
Jumping was terrifying, but staying was worse. The water was our only chance.
When they reached the cliff, the refugees faced their greatest challenge yet. The dark waters below were as uncertain as their future. One by one, they jumped, their survival instincts overriding their fear. They swam about a mile beyond the Cuban minefield territory to shore. They reached a small area of Cuban territory that was not under Castro's immediate control. From there, they continued swimming, pushing further toward the U.S. mainland. The refugees swam all night, fighting exhaustion and the rough sea. They were pushed to their limits, but their will to survive kept them going. After hours of struggle, a U.S. Coast Guard found them. The Coast Guard rescued the 39 Cubans and brought them to safety. Their escape highlighted the situation at Guantanamo Bay and the complex issues surrounding repatriation. The Guantanamo 39's tale serves as evidence of the human spirit's tenacity. They chose to risk everything for a chance at freedom.